I think first of all, for anybody out there listening, consistency doesn't always just mean staying with the same plan.
Right.
And I think people don't realize that. Everyone wants to get told to be consistent, but sometimes consistency on the wrong parts is what hurts you. Sticking your head in the sand is literally being consistent. It's being consistent on not doing anything. Okay.
Right.
And it's, I mean, really, Jim, I mean, and for a lot of listeners out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Well, this is okay. Well, the money's there. It's been doing okay. It's made some. I like my guy. He's not, he's been with me for 10, 20 years. He's known me forever, but the consistency of the plan changing has never been a thing, right? And that's really sticking your head in the sand. Understanding your options, understanding what you have, the plan that needs to be changed because your life changes. Life is going to throw everyone curves. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're, the biggest millionaire in each city. Okay. You're going to have lawsuits. You're going to have company problems. You're going to have family issues, family matters, right? Everything's going to change in your life. So your finances should change too. Being consistent on changing your financial plan or financial investments is super, super important. And for all of you out there that say, oh, well, I've had the same plan or the same, the same guy or maybe the same model on my investments for the last 10 years, or you're just wrong. I mean, that's just not how things work, right? Investments change, the economy change. I mean, look what's happening, right? Oil goes up, oil goes down. Right now, I mean, you've got, with the Iran war and everything else going on in the economical state, there's volatility everywhere, right? So if everything else is changing fast and you're really just not getting the point, right? You're supposed to be changing with what else is changing, right? If there's a sector that might be super, super prominent in the next year or two with profitability, you change to that sector. You don't just say, oh, I'm fine. I did the same thing for 5 years and I've got this ETF and these stocks and I'm going to keep them in there. That's just not how life works, right? Companies have downfalls and uptrends different years in their entire lives of the corporation actually being there. You have to know and you have to be educated on these things. Also, consistently be educated, Jim. And that's one thing I think I'm trying to push out to everyone this episode in general is be consistent for yourself. Be consistent on your own education, right? Have an advisor that consistently educates you on what really the plan of surrounding around your goals, okay? And what we need to change. If you're meeting your advisor every quarter or every, half a year and they're not telling you what to change and what they're changing, I'm sorry, guys. They're doing it all wrong. These things have to be changed, right? You have to be active, especially in the advising world when you're in retirement. You need to have that ongoing active awareness of what's going on in the market, what's going on in the economy, and how to best give your client, right, the best accumulation or best upside potential, maybe even have some probability involved, which that's where the math's involved. And I talk to everyone about this because everyone wants to say, well, everyone else, okay, look, don't be the 99% of the world. Okay. don't, there's a reason why the 1% are the 1%. There's a reason why there's only so many millionaires in this world because they're not doing what you're doing. Stop doing what all the 99% of people are doing. And maybe you'll get to somewhere different. Okay. But if you want to be the same old person that does the same old thing, then be my guest, right? But that's not what I do here. I'm here to be unique. I'm here to change the system. I'm here to help clients grow on their own format and get really what they need out of what their portfolio is and accumulate or maybe even give some extra income or whatever it is that they need, maximize those terms, okay? And if you're out there and you're thinking to yourself, David, this is my problem, okay? Give me a call. It's a free consultation. We sit down, we go over this. Be different. Being unique is a good thing. Okay. Right. That's what, we have our first trillionaire, guys. This is insane. We have first trillionaire in the entire world. Do you think he's normal? I mean, you guys will all tell me no, obviously. right? Do you think he ever wanted to be normal or wanted to follow what everyone else thought about him? How many people have told him that whatever he's doing is not going to work? A lot.
I don't even think it crossed his mind. Elon Musk, we're talking what Elon is. I don't think it ever.
That's huge, Jim. That's huge, because that's how you should think about your investments. Do you want to be like everyone else? Do you want them to tell you how your investment should be? And that answer should be no. So again, give me a call. It's a quick consultation. And I can see what I can do for you, if I can even help, and how I can help. No matter what amount of money you have, don't worry about a limit. Just give me a call and we'll sit down and go over it together. 850-565-1705. Again, that number, guys, is 850-565-1705.
And if we have any listener questions, or people listening may have questions that they want to submit to us, you can visit us on the web at retirementplanningpipeline.com as well. Good financial habits compounding over time. Let's talk about that, David, for a moment. You mentioned something there just a couple of moments ago about healthcare. And, you could talk about saving. We could talk about our financial plan, our retirement plan being as solid as one could be.
Yeah.
But one issue that people oftentimes, unfortunately, don't take into account is those healthcare costs, and whether it's a bad accident, whether it's an injury, or whether it's just estate planning, something along the lines of estate planning. I think good financial habits compounding over time make those costs a little bit easier for you, and they lighten the load and certainly lower your stress level.
Yeah, and and that's a great point, but I really want to point back for all you listeners out there. It's really not about what's going to happen. Okay. The odds are that something happens in your lifetime health-wise is super high. We all know that, right? Everyone goes to the hospital once or twice. Everyone, goes to the ER, urgent care, whatever it is, breaks a limb, whatever it is. What you really need to be worried about is how much you're paying for it. Okay.
Right.
Health insurance companies across the industry are soaking up income from every single freaking person, every person in the United States. Don't let that be you, right? Beat the system. And I think a lot of the times too is people don't realize how much the financial world, which is a financial advisor, I always have my secretary with me really to be able to show you, hey, look, I want her there so that all my clients understand that they have the healthcare taken advantage of too, because the amount of people that are overpaying for healthcare is ridiculous. And they're overpaying because of the lack of education. And if you're out there saying, David, I have questions. I have questions about how I can make my healthcare cheaper and I can have the same healthcare, or maybe, how I can bring my healthcare cost premiums down. We're here for it. Okay. And we want to help you out with that, because that is a part of all the advising. All right. In the holistic approach that we come across, health insurance is just as important as financial. Okay. If you don't have health insurance, or if you do it the wrong way, or if you're overpaying for it, that is expenses coming out of your pocket that you don't have credit for. You don't know it's even there. Right. So I think that obviously that's a big topic, but if you have questions about this and in how they relate to income, right? Adjusted gross income. Okay. What subsidies they give you, how many people are in a household, what products are out there, or what health companies are out there in your zip code. We can help with that too. And that co-aligns with your financials. So come with both questions. I want you to come with any questions possible. If I don't know a question, I've got a full team of health advisors, a full team of life insurance advisors that I can utilize, and all the companies out there that you guys need. We can look at the databases and we can see what we can save you money and save you time and efficiency and take that stress off your shoulders. So again, guys, if you have any questions about either healthcare, life insurance, or just strictly financial, we're a holistic program. Okay. We're a full agency to help. I'm an independent advisor for my client first. Whatever my client's needs are, we assess those goals. So again, that number is 850-565-1705. Again, that's 850-565-1705.